welcome back to the Grace Gorgeous channel. Please like, if you like this story time, give me 100 likes or give me like 50 likes. I appreciate that 50 or the 100 likes. Okay, if y'all want more story times, put it down in the description and I will give y'all more of the LGBT story times. And I want to say happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving. Hope y'all love y'all Thanksgiving. Hope it's the best Thanksgiving y'all ever had. And yes, hope there's more story times coming. So stay tuned, more story times, because I'll be glad to give y'all all the experience I done had with the girls and the guys. So y'all gonna get that eventually, but this is story time that y'all wanted to know when I go off a live of the story time. So I'm gonna give y'all this story time right here, and I hope it's a good story time that we all can remember. But we're gonna call this girl Kimberly. Okay. So we gonna call it Kimberly because this is when I was very young for this one. Not young, like I was in my teens, but I was in my 20s. And this girl was much older. Like she was close to like 28, 29 around there. I think I was like 25, 26 around there. So it was one day I texted her over this app. We was texting and stuff like, get to know each other, stuff like that. It might be, And we got to know each other. She was like, hi, how you doing? I was like, hi, how you doing? And stuff like that. And yeah, we was chatting. Then I asked her if she said the Bronx, but is the Bronx that's deep? I'm like, are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? So I was like, dang, like you mad far? She was like, yeah, I'm freaking far. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay. So we chat and get to know each other, stuff like that. It might be, So we having a conversation, stuff like that. So then I think it was like a weekend, and I went over there because she was like, when you gonna come see me and stuff like that. I said, like, I'm gonna come. So I came. I think that was the day I was going to my godfather's house, which is K. We gonna call him K. I was going to my godfather's house, K, and put my clothes over there, stuff like that. And then I was leaving back out. He was like, where you going? I said, I'm going to see a girl. He said, all right, now go do what you gotta do. I was like, of course. So after that, I'm like, all right. So I'm texting her. She sent me the address, right? I'm taking the train all the way up there. I'm basically taking the train all the way up there. Okay. I'm taking the train to the 4, to the 5, all the way to, like, closest to the last stop. It was basically close to the last stop. And I'm just walking, So while I'm walking, it's like 3 buses to get to a house. But when you get off the train, it's basically like a park right here and buses on the side. So when I'm looking at it, it's basically saying take the 3M bus straight to a house and just drop me off. So I took the bus. When I got off the train, I'm gonna move back. So when I got off the train, so I texted her, said, I got off the train, I'm on my way to you. He said, where you at? I'm at the park. So she was like, all right, so I'll meet you downstairs. So I was like, all right. I said, I'm about to go on the bus. He said, all right. So I got on the bus, and like that. It was like, what she did, it was like three, 4 stops from her. So I see her outside. So I'm like, oh, hey, girl. So she was like, hey. So she was like, I gotta get something. Highness. She basically, I gotta get that highness. So I was like, okay, some smoke. Okay, she wanted. Just like, she would get the highness. So I was like, okay. So we got the highness. Then she was like, you want something? A sandwich or something? I said, I want a juice and I can get my own sandwich. She was like, no, I'll pay for it. So I was like, all right. So she paid for the sandwich I wanted. So we got a sandwich, stuff like that. Okay, might be, So after we went back upstairs. Okay. Now, she did not tell me she had no elevators. This was the part I was like, what the heck? So I'm like, okay. So I was like, good, what's the elevators? There is no elevators. What you mean? What you mean, girl? So she was like, there's no elevators. I'm on the top floor. I'm like, I'm on the full floor, but the top floor. I'm like, say what now? You didn't tell me this. Like, if I do this, I would have like stressed my body out. I would have been like, okay. But I'm like, girl, you didn't tell me this. The second I said, girl, you did not tell me this. Give me 1 second. I'm like, alright. So we going up the stairs, you know. I made it all the way to the 3rd floor. I was tired. I'm like, oh, we there. So I'm like, okay. So we got upstairs, over to the 4th floor. We made it there. It was just like, when you got off the stairs, it was this long hallway. She had this long freaking hallway, y'all. Okay. So after I'm like, alright. So I'm walking, stuff like that. It was like, basically her door was almost towards the last door. Because basically her door was like literally right here. There was another door behind her. So her door was literally right here. So she opened the door, we go inside, right? She got a cat. And no damn well I don't like cats. So she was like, you like cats? I was like, no. So she basically put the cat somewhere else. You know, case might be, you know. So I'm like, alright. So I was like, can I use the bathroom? She said, sure. Let me just clean the bathroom. So I was like, alright. I sat down, you know, gave my bed, you know. So she cleaned the bathroom, went in there, you know. Went, you know. So I'm looking, right. Use the bathroom, you know. I grabbed some tissue, but someone told me I look at it. The tissue was about to run out. It was basically like a little bit of tissue. So I just grabbed a little bit and just wiped myself. So it was a little bit of tissue. I was like, girl, you got more tissue? She was like, I forgot to buy some. I was like, okay, good, okay. So I'm like, So I'm like, so I washed my hands, stuff like that. So after I got finished, I said, let me see this tub. So I looked inside the tub. The tub looked it all right. It wasn't that much craziness or anything like that. I don't know. It was just something about her bathroom was just giving me the ill. And I think it was the tub because it did have something. Like, she had no mat or anything, so you kind of see, like, how the tub was just looking nasty. So it kind of gave me, like, ugh, like, I don't want to be here. So, oh, let me just say the living room. So I said the living room. The living room was decent and stuff like that. It might be, you know. So after that, right, she in the room cleaning and stuff like that. It might be, you know. Back of my mind, I am nervous because I'm like, I don't got nothing to say right now. Like, I'm just looking like, she just cleaning. I'm just on my phone. My phone like going dead. And I'm like, girl, you got a charger? Because like, I forgot to bring my charger. So she was like, yeah, she had a charger. I charged my phone, stuff like that, which I forgot. So the bedroom was clean, stuff like that. She had juice. That's the part I forgot. We didn't get no, well, actually, I got a juice. But she had no juice in the refrigerator. So I was like, look, I got me a juice. Okay. So after that, she was making her something to eat and stuff like that. I had my sandwich, which I was hungry. Okay. So after eating my sandwich, stuff like that, so she was like, so she finna make her food. She was like, hi. She was like, hi. I was like, hi. So she was like, you very beautiful. I said, thank you. So she was like, what made you do that? I was like, I'm just looking for, you know, for benefits. Just want to hang out, chill, or just hook up. She was like, okay, I can respect that, stuff like that. But she was like, why you pick me of the other girls that's on the app? I was like, something about you I couldn't put my finger on, but you were just very beautiful. And so we just chatted and stuff like that. So she was talking about like she had to shave her chin because she got hairs on her chin. I was like, girl, you only got 1-2 strings up there. That's not a lot. He said, well, it's something good. I was like, well, I guess. So after our food was ready, we ate, stuff like that. So we, sit back, watch TV. So she was like, "You drink?" I was like, "What kind of liquor do you have?" So, and we was smoking. So, she didn't know how to roll up. So I'm like, "Girl, how you smoke? You don't know how to roll." So she was like, "I've never been taught." I was like, "Well, you're going to have to learn today." So after that, she would say, so she gave me the stuff to roll up and stuff like that. It might be, And she poured me a drink and stuff like that. I had like one drink because she had was wine. It was wine. So I was like, I had like one drink. So I'm rolling up, we smoking like 2 or 3 blunts. And after that, I'm like, alright. So after we finished smoking, she literally grabbed my hand and was like telling me like, let's go in the bedroom. So I'm like, so I'm doing this. Me just looking at the tub. If I see a bedroom looking crazy, I'm coming out. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Ain't gonna tell you nothing. So I'm like, alright, boom. So after that, I'm like, alright. So we go in the bedroom. It was mad nice. She had like a dresser right here. So like you come in this way and then you see the dresser right here. Then she had right here on the side, It was basically right here. Actually, yeah, it was like a mirror right here. The mirror right here. And then she had like 2 dressers right here. 2 dressers right here. And then the bed is like right here. It's basically, this is the bed. So, I'm like, alright. So, after that, right, I took my sneakers off. So then she said, "You can sit on the bed." Because I was going to ask, I said, "Can I get a chair?" So I don't like to do bed with my outside clothes on. She said, "Girl, you can sit on the bed." I was like, okay. So, after we just chatted, trying to get to know each other on the bed, stuff like that, While we chatting, tell me why the girl put out the toys. The toys. I was like, what the hell is that? What is this? So boy, then I see a rose. Then I see another toy where it looks like a man's pie part. I'm like, what the heck? We didn't say no toys. Why you bringing out the stop signs? So I'm looking like you bringing out all the stops. When I mean stop signs, like you bringing everything out. Like you bring out the toys, like handcuffs. You bringing like all the stops to what we about to do. That's basically what I'm saying. Bring everything out as the stop signs. So do go this far with off. Like I'm not nervous, but like, it wasn't working at all. So after that, right, we chatting. So after we finished chatting, she was like, "You want a massage?" I was like, "In between something that you don't need." So I'm thinking of all this, like, sure. She told me to lay down. I laid down. She gave me a massage, and she had this vibrator. Gave me a nice massage. Put lotion on my back. It was like it just felt so good. Okay. So she gave me a massage. After the massage and stuff like that, I was falling asleep, but I knew what we had to do, so I was trying to stay up because that was mostly I was about to do for sleep. Good and stuff like that. Cause my baby, she was just rubbing me down, just feeling so good. Ooh, I and stuff like that. It felt good. So each other was kissing, and then she was 2 apples right here. Okay, she was kissing 2 apples and stuff like that. So she was like, lay back. So I lay back and she's kissing 2 apples and stuff like that, So I was just like feeling that and stuff like that. It was just feeling so good, okay? So basically 2 apples like that. So she made her way down to the cat down there. Okay, made her way to the cat. Okay. So she made her way down there. So I'm like, okay. So good of what she was doing, the cat down there. And it was just feel like amazing and stuff like that. It was like 2 or twice I done boom, it just came out. I know the one she said turn around, so I turned around. So I'm like, why she want me to turn around? So I was like, why you want me to turn around? So she like, have you ever had your booty licked? No. No, child. We ain't doing no, not doing those. And it wasn't just the fact, it was just that I'm scared. I'm sorry. We're not going there, partner. Nah. I was like, that's a no-no. He said, come on, let me just try it. I was like, no thank you, I will pass. No. So she was like, fine. So I was like, yes, because we ain't doing no. I don't care. So after I turned back around, I did it to her. The apples and the kitty at the bottom and stuff like that, So after that, we was doing scissoring. So we was doing scissoring and stuff like that. So we was having like amazing time. We was just like, it got kind of hot in there because from the highness and the drunkenness, we was going for hours. But she had put the fan on because it was hot. It was hot and stuff like that. It might be, She put the AC on. It was hot. So after that, stuff like that, she was like, have you used these vibrators? I was like, no. She said, try it. I was like, so I tried it. So, I tried this stuff like that. I think it was like twice. One of the vibrators I tried it with and stuff like that. It was like good and stuff. It might be, So after that case might be, I don't know what time it was or anything like that. But all I know is I was like, I use the bathroom. Cause she was really pussing it for hours. I'm like, good, I gotta use the bathroom. So I got up, used the bathroom and stuff like that. Okay, might be. But she was like, you wanna spend the night? Cause I know it's gonna be late for you to go home. I said, I don't mind, spend the night. So we got something to eat. So I ate the other half of my sandwich. I forgot. I only ate one half of my sandwich. I ate the other one yet. So I ate half my other sandwich. So that we was watching a movie. She fell asleep. I fell asleep watching the movie on the bed. Then after I woke up. Okay. I woke up. After I woke up, so that she was already up. She was already up. She got up and was like took a shower, stuff like that. She was making like breakfast and stuff like that. And case might be, So after that, that's when I was like, alright. So I got up, went to the bathroom and stuff like that. So this time she had a full roll of tissue. So I used the bathroom, stuff like that. So she made breakfast. I said, thank you. And I ate it. Came my feet, So I was asking her, I was like, why are you so far over here? Because she was like, I'm over here because of my daughter. So I was like, say what now? I'm over here because my daughter, my baby father won't let me see my daughter, stuff like that. So I'm fighting for the case. I was like, oh, okay. So after I'm like, alright. So he's like, yeah, so she's basically saying like she's fighting for the case because her baby father and like her mother and her father disown her because what she is. So she don't speak to them and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, all right, that's why I'm here, because I'm trying to get my daughter back. I was like, okay, I got you. So after that, I'm like, all right. So I was like, okay. So after that, I said, don't worry, you're going to probably get her back. I said, hopefully I am. So after I said, all right, so I said, let me get dressed and go home. So I got dressed, go home. So she was like, me walk with you? I said, no, I'm going to swim myself. So I got dressed and took the bus all the way to the train station, and then took the train and took my behind all the way back to my friend's house. So after that, got in the house, at my friend's house, took a shower, and my friend was like, "How was this?" I'm like, "It's cool and stuff. That was fun and stuff like that." Might be, I didn't explain a lot of details towards it, but it was fun and relaxing. So he like, alright. So I think it was a couple of days. She had wrote me doing. I say, I'm out. I said, I'm at a store or something. I was like, why? He said, because you mind come with me? I said, come with you where, girl? I'm like, come with you where? She was like, she was like, I just need you to call me somewhere. So I was like, but can you meet me at this place? I said, what place? She said 125th. So I was like, alright. So where I was at, I think I was at downtown. I was somewhere with her somewhere. So I met her at 125th. So I basically trained at 125th. So after that, like, this when I met her, and like, this was my friend. So she said, oh, okay. So no, actually, it was her friends and another parent that she called mother. My bad, it was another parent called mother that she called mother. So she was like, who's this? He said, my friend. I said, hi. She said, hi. I said, hi. So they had to get what they had to get from the supermarkets and stuff like that. Cause might be, So after that, that's when I got in the back seat, because she was after that, I'm like, okay. So she dropped them off and stuff like that. Case might be, And they asked her something. It's been so long ago. They asked her something. She just got mad. And they just went upstairs and stuff like that. So she went up behind them to explain to them the situation and stuff like that. She was like, Grace Gorgeous, sit in the front. So I sat in the front. That's when she got the car. And when we went up there, it was like an hour and a half. She came back down. And she was like, she came back in the car. She was angry. And when we left, she drove so freaking fast. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Come on now. So I was like, everything all right? He's like, yeah, everything's cool. He's like, you slammed the door. Like, you had a freaking attitude. Stuff like that. He said, no, it wasn't towards you. It was just towards the family. I was like, oh, okay. So after that, we was just chatting, talking, stuff like that, So she was like, can you come me to my house and I'll take you back to Brooklyn? So I was like, alright. So I went with her all the way to her house. And we got there, stuff like that. So she was like, she was basically waiting in the car. And I go to get something. I'm coming back down. She said, alright. So she went upstairs, grabbed something. It was like 35 minutes. And she came down with it. So we talking and stuff like that. So she drives me all the way back to Brooklyn. We just chatting, vibing on the phone, cause maybe, So she was like, I had fun the other day. I was like, yeah, I had an amazing time and stuff like that. So we basically talking, having an amazing time and stuff like that, So she was like, you're a very beautiful girl and stuff like that. I said, yeah, of course, stuff like that. So, we just vibing out, right? So she takes me back to my friend's house, dropped me so off. Like that. She gave me a kiss. I gave her a kiss. Then she went back home. Okay. Then I won't say next. I say a few days. She texted me like, "Yo, what you doing?" I was like, "I'm at my friend's house." She was like, "Come over." I came over, went all the way to the Bronx, to the train, and the bus straight there. And I told her, I said, I'm about to get on the bus. She said, all right. I got on the bus. I told her I'm from the bus. She said, come upstairs. I was like, all right. I said, let me get something from the store. She said, all right. So I got something from the store. Then I went upstairs. Went upstairs. She opened the door. So I was about to go to a room, but she stopped me and was like, you can't go in there. I was like, why? She said, well, my male friend's in there. I was like, oh, okay. So after that, right, he came out, right? He comes out, and they just chat and stuff like that. So he basically asked her like, listen, like, what you gonna do? Like, because like I'm not playing. That's not the like they talking, stuff like that. I'm just like, okay. So so he like, are you gonna tell your baby father that you messing with me? So I'm like, what the heck? So I'm basically saying, what the heck? So she was like, no, he don't need to know or something like that. So I mind y'all, like, she didn't mention her baby father is in jail. She didn't mention that part. Okay. He just blasting her business out in front of me. It was like, yo, your baby father in jail. He could come out and do some bruises on you. I'm not gonna allow that. That's not the. So what you gonna do? He was like, I don't know. This not the. I haven't thought about it. This not the. So she said, well, you gotta figure out something, because once you come out, that's it. And you belong with me, this and that. He said, I don't belong with nobody, this and that. So they just going on and on. I'm just like, I didn't come over here for this. Like, I didn't come here for this. So while they go on and on, I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom. She's like, right. So I went to the bathroom, case might be, I just see him storm out the house. And she just like angry, like, oh my God. So I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So after I came out the bathroom and stuff like that, the shower water and stuff like that, she wanted the shower water. So after I said, let me go back get my food. So I'm going back, just eating my food. So I'm like, yo, she got some stuff going on here. So I'm like, okay. So after that, that's when she was like, have you ever taken a shower with a girl before? I was like, no. So she was basically saying, well, this is going to be your first time. So after that, so she run the shower water. So she was like, I'm going to have, she said, I'm going to let you eat, but I'm going to be in the shower. I said, she said, we don't eat the other half. So I was almost done eating the other half, but I did put in her refrigerator to put it in there. So after that, right, so I basically had my pajamas there, stuff like that. I had my own towel, my own soap, everything. So she basically called me like, Grace, come to the bathroom, take a shower with me. So I was like, all right. I go in there, take a shower with her. Make sure my clothes, Now, mind y'all, okay, the towel is just not looking right for me, okay? It's just not looking right at all. I'm just like, so I was like, so I basically like, okay, I was like, no, before we take a shower, can you got a mat or something? Cause I'm not comfortable with this. She was like, sure. Put a mat on this tub if I'm getting into it. She said, sure. So she go grab a mat, put into it. I'm like, okay. So we in the shower, she's washing me down, washing my whole body down. I'm washing her down. Then she turned me around and kissed me and like grabbed my body, put my leg around her. I was like, oh, I know that type of bath. So after that, I'm like, all right. So we just doing like a whole bunch of apples and kitty in the shower. So we just enjoying ourselves in that shower. So I'm like, okay. So after we got finished, stuff like that, she had a towel. I washed myself, stuff like that. Then after that, we lay down. Now, after that, we was continue from the shower. Just know we was continue from the shower. So we in a, I got in the room, put a towel around me. There was nobody in the house but me and her, to let you know. So we got into it, stuff like that, cause my bed, So before I put my clothes, she said, don't put no clothes on, just lay on the bed. So I laid on the bed. then after that, she was just kissing me. I'm just kissing her. We just touched each other, you know. We just in the groove of things, right? While we're in the groove of things, when we hear a banging knock at her door, boom, 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 boom. So we both looking at each other like, who is disturbing our session? So we both looking at each other like, it's just your friends. Like, ain't none of my friends over here. So that's what I'm giving a look like. You got somebody coming over while we in this group of things? He said no. So she was like, all right. So she was like, cover yourself up. And she put some clothes on. And she closed the door. And she was like, just get in the bed. So I was like, all right. I got in the bed. And she turned off the lights. She turned off the lights. And she was talking with a guy. And she was like, why are you here? Why are you here? So he like, I need some money. Da 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 da. You owe me some money, this and that, third. I'm like, oh my goodness. What is going on? So I'm hearing a whole bunch of this and in the hallway, and I'm in the room. So he like, you owe me some money. I need it. He said, I told you gonna get it next week, stuff like that. I told you I don't got it right now, this and that. He said, well, all right. He said, well, I need somebody to lay my head out, then I'll leave in the morning. So he like, can I go? I said, no, I got company in my room. You can stay out here. He said, all right, boom. She was like, can I get a cover or some sheet to go to sleep with? He said, sure. So she went in her room and got some covers, some sheet to give to him. And then she closed the door behind her. Then she was like, you stay out here because I got my company in the room. She said, all right, cool. Like, okay. So after she came in the room, closed the door, and put the lock on the door. So after that, right, I'm like, I bet my mind is telling me, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. So after that, I was like, I think I'm gonna leave. He said, no. He said, no, I heard too much going on in this house. He said, no. I'm serious. He said, no, don't leave, please. We just had an amazing time. I was like, I get that, but girl, you got a lot of stuff going on I don't want to be a part of. And she was like, I know, I need to get together. I was like, yes, girl, you need a whole lot. You need a whole lot. So she was like, I promise. This not happen again. This won't happen again. I was like, all right. Right? So mind you, I'm very much a sucker for this. So I'm like, all right. So after that, we getting in groove of things and stuff like that. We continue on. And we just had an amazing time, right? So we fall asleep and stuff like that. Cause might be, we sleep. So she over here, right? She over here waking. Well, she woke me up because I was asleep. So she woke me up of like kissing my neck, kissing the apples, kissing the cat. She's basically waking me up, but doing like stuff, trying to get me up. So I'm like, all right. Then after that, we just enjoying ourselves, right? So here we go again. So we enjoying ourselves, stuff like that. Case might be, So after we got finished, stuff like that, So she put some clothes on me, and then she was like, let me see if he left. So she opened the door. She closed it. So she's like, okay, he left. He left. He not here. I was like, okay. So after that, case might be, that's when she was like, all right. So then she was like, I have an amazing time with you. And she was like, she looked at me and was like, I can't get enough of you, child. I can't. It's just, I can't. You just taste so good. I can't. So I'm like, all right. So after that, so she's like, you hungry? I was like, yes. So she said, come on. So I had my card. I had my food stamp card. She had her own card. So I paid for her juice and stuff. I had my juice, stuff like that, case might be, So she was, I'm gonna drive you back to Brooklyn. I was like, so she was saying, she told me to hold her card. Okay, she said, hold my card, and because I don't want to lose it because I don't got no pockets. So I was like, okay, well, she didn't have no pockets. I was like, girl, you should put some pockets or carry a purse. So after that came like me, we in the car, we talking, having a good ass time, this and that, Her phone went, she answered. She like, hello? So this girl was ghetto. Okay. So yeah, so this girl like she had us a ghetto like, where you at, stuff like that. Case might be, I've been trying to call you, this and that, third. You haven't been picking up my phone calls, you've been annoying me, this and that, third. Like, oh, this and that, third, So I'm like, so she hung up. I'm like, yo, who is that? He said, oh, that's just one of the girls that's babysitting my daughter and stuff like that. Then she just got strong feelings for me, and ever since we did some shit, so she be trying to use certain things against me and stuff like that. I said, why you got her watching your daughter? So she was like, cause I don't want to have my grandparent watching it, cause they gonna take it away from me, and I won't have my daughter no more and stuff like that. So it's like, okay. So basically, I'm like, girl, you need to figure out your issues. You need to figure them out. So the girl blown her phone. So she just listened to the messages of, God. So she's and I hear it. So she's like, God, answer the phone. You must be with somebody, cause most time you would answer the phone. You must be with somebody that you actually like, so that like you don't like me no more, nothing like that. Like you wasn't saying this when you was doing X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, I was like, good. I'm gonna go home. She said, all right. So she dropped me off and stuff like that. Cause might be. So a few days later, I cleaned out my bag and changed my bag and stuff like that. So I checked my bag. I'm like, who is this food stamp card? And I'm looking, oh, snap, the good. So I texted the girl, I got your food stamp card. You need to come in and get it. So she was like, I said, where you at? You in Brooklyn? Because usually she would be in Brooklyn to see her friend. But she was like, yeah, should I let you know I'm close by? I can come upstairs and get it. I was like, all right. She texted me, like, I think it was like 9 or 9:30. She texted me, like, yo, I'm where you at? Come upstairs. So I was like, so she said, what's your address? I sent her the address. And I said, have me on FaceTime if I can show you where I'm at. So I show her FaceTime, and I show her the building, and then I told the apartment. So she said, all right. She said, I'm coming up. I was like, so she came up. I went to the door. I had my garbage can. Woke to come back. I was taking that garbage. I seen her. I gave it to her. She was like, so when I gave it to her, she gave me a kiss. It's like, thank you, sweetie. I was like, you're welcome. So after that, I dumped the garbage, stuff like that. My mother looking like, who is that? I'm like, just a friend. So after that, that's when I was like, all right. So I went back to my phone. So she would say, thank you. I said, you're welcome. I said, good. I said, and I texted her. I was like, listen, I care for you and stuff like that. We have amazing time. We do, but you gotta figure out your issues good, and I don't want to be a part of that, And you a good person, what you is. Like, I love everything about you, but you got too much going on, girl. I can't deal with that right now. She said, no, I get you. I understand. I got a lot. I gotta work on stuff. I was like, yes, you need to work on a lot. But I was like, yeah, I said, I do care for you. I would say that, but you just got too much going on. I don't want to be in the mix of that right now. She said, no, I get it, stuff like that, And then she would say, well, I hope we see each other some other time. Hopefully it was meant to be. When we see each other, it's meant to be. I was like, yeah. So, that was the end of that. For the benefits with me and her, because I couldn't deal with it. Like, it was too weird, and she had too much going on. So I had to leave her because she just had a lot. And I'm not good. You need to work on yourself. I can't keep doing this with you. And what she understood where I was coming from, because she knows, like, it's a lot. And you balancing so much. So it's like, and before we ended, she didn't want to let me go. He said, "Oh my God, I don't want to let you go because you just like when you come over, you just like lift my spirits. You just make me so happy. I don't want to let you go." I was like, "I get that, girl, but this ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work." Okay, so she said, I get it. But yeah, she didn't want to let me go just because I was a beautiful woman. I was just like so outgoing. She was just loving every part of it. So yeah, she really didn't want to let me go. And she was going through so much with family members, her friends, and other people. I was like, yeah, I can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with this right now. But that was the end of the story time. Hope y'all like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up for 50 likes or 100k likes, and hit that thumbs up button. But yeah, share my video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share my video, tell a friend, check out my channel. And there's gonna be more story times coming. But this person, because you know, she had a lot going on, but she did live far, which she did. I just couldn't keep traveling back and forth. And yeah, she just had so much going on in this video. I would say if it's gonna be with like a bisexual woman or a lesbian or the LGBT, make sure it's the right person. Make sure they have the stuff figured out, because they going through so much going on and stuff like that. Let them figure out they life. You know, just don't jump in with a good that. I mean, let them be friends with benefits, but let them know, like, listen, you gotta figure out your stuff, bro. I can't keep doing this and you not figure it out. So she obviously didn't know she was. She had a lot of stuff going on, and to this day we have not spoke. So I don't know how she is. But as I said, it's been mad long, and we haven't talked in years. We haven't had talked in years. But this is back then we was talking, and we stopped talking for like many years. So I forgot how she looked, but she was a very thick girl. She was very thick, just like me, very thick, very polite and everything. She was a good woman, what she was, but she just had so much going on that, yeah, I don't think nobody can solve her issues. But later, y'all, hope y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend, check my channel. It'll be more story times coming, so y'all don't want to miss it. But give me a 50, 100k likes, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.